take on this? Do you even believe that the Naira would one day compete against the dollar?
But it's pathetic because as we speak right now, public healthcare are on strike. Hello and welcome. This is Let It Be podcast with Lysias and Susan, airing on Expand with Lysias and Susan. I'm glad to have you on this channel. How's your day been? How are you doing? I trust you are keeping up with the times, and I hope you are not allowing whatever is happening in your country become an issue for you. So welcome on this channel.
Exactly. You are on a podcast that brings to you issues that you can relate with. But our main goal is to hear your own opinion, your own take on the particular matter that is hot on the podcast or for that particular day. We'll talk about issues, ranging from, building relationships to how you can become a better person. All this is aimed at equipping you, with those life hacks and, bringing to you information as well as, secrets on how to just adapt to life and also how you can also impact your world.
So subscribe, hit that notification button, also gives us some thumbs up and some likes. The YouTube algorithm uses those likes to send our videos to also other people for them to also view and also learn.
Exactly. So right now we're going to be talking about something again, a hot topic on Let It Be podcast with Lysias and Susan, and we're going to be zooming in on the issue of money.
Wow, money. Everybody loves money.
That's bringing me to this particular place where we keep talking about the love of money is the root of all evil, and growing up it has been the reason why a lot of people don't focus on this thing called money.
Yeah.
But you now grow and realize that you need money. So there's a lot of thoughts that, okay, maybe if I knew better. I just feel that the whole issue of money is usually looked upon wrongly. That's my take.
I think it's based on how we're all raised up. We were raised up to believe that money is evil. We were raised up to believe that money can corrupt. It can corrupt, but it depends on how you go about your search for money. That is why they say the love of money. You see, when you're talking about love is a very strong passion. You love something so much that you can't let it go. There have to be some lines there that you don't cross all because you want to make money.
Yeah, I feel that the reason why our parents did not tell us this is because when you look at what is happening around us now, you will know why they didn't tell us. I believe that money has power, and most often than not, people tend to think that it's just about having money, and there's nothing as worse as seeing youths have money and just make so much mistakes that have claimed a lot of their lives, which is what we're seeing
That's
now.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, so I feel that there was a reason why our parents did not even talk about it. I don't know about you, they didn't even talk about it. For us as women, we're made to believe that there's a money you have that no husband will come. So you see, it was not just about the love of money for me. It was about the fact that nobody was even saying that it was important to have it.
One of the mistakes that our parents did was not making us understand that there were lines not to be crossed in our search for money, because money is very, very useful in the world that we live in, so you can't overemphasize it. But the mistake here is that we weren't taught to look for this money. We weren't taught to aspire to be great That's the difference. You see, when you see entrepreneurs, you see big business people, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are in love with money. They just have a passion for something that keeps on bringing money for them. So they are not leaning towards money as it were, but they just have a passion. You see, the challenge here is when you don't have a passion, you don't have anything you're selling, and then you want to make money at all costs. That is where the problem comes in. So our parents did not make this distinction between have a passion to be big, have a passion to be wealthy, have a passion to use your wealth to better the community. They didn't know all of that, and I believe that ideology is actually changing now. We get to see people with a lot of passion, people with a lot of dream, people who want to build industries because they want people to come and work and be empowered.
Yeah, I think at that time the love for us was more evident in their ability to guide us and make sure that we don't go astray, to protect us.
Yeah.
They were being very protective.
Yeah.
Especially, just as I said, with the emphasis on how powerful money is, and money is a tool, and the Bible says it answereth all things. So imagine a man with that type of power. That man needs to be at least matured or knowledgeable in the sense, to be able to handle the whole lifestyle that comes with it, as it were, and decision making process. Times have passed, and things have changed, things are evolving. We have more knowledge now on just as you said, the need to have money, the proper behavior, as it were, to go in search for this money. I think where it becomes an issue is when you lay down your guard and you can do anything even illegal and bad for money. I think that's where you cross the line. So there is a line when it comes to that. Now, what's caught my attention over the week was a discovery that there are countries where the Naira, which is what we use as Nigerians, that's our currency. Yes, the Naira, it's valuable in some countries, like it is stronger than the currency of other countries. So that really caught my attention, and I wanted us to just mention some of these countries that I saw, and it starts with Vietnam.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think that's, I don't know, maybe the People's Republic of Vietnam. How do they call it?
Yeah, exactly. It starts with Vietnam. It says that the exchange approximately is 16.86 Vietnamese dong, to 1 Naira. All right. So yeah, and it's so amazing, because beyond that, I think we're just indirectly telling you countries that you can go to and survive as Nigerians. Especially with a whole lot happening right now.
You see, I think one of the reasons why I would assume that Nigerians don't venture onto such countries is because it looks like we don't have trade relations with them, so it doesn't really make sense going there.
Oh, well.
But the beauty of what you are talking about now is that it should help Nigerians realize that my country is not doing all that bad economically.
Yeah. That's the aim. Just as you said, that's the aim. Another country is Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
Which has exchange rate of 1 Naira to 10.47 Indonesian rupiah. So it's also a place, and just so that I don't forget, Vietnam is also a place where Nigerians go for tourism.
Okay.
Yes, most of these places are their tourist attraction, and we have a lot of Nigerians going there, which is so amazing. Following is Uganda. Okay, and for Uganda it is a Naira, which equals 2.45 Ugandan shillings. Yes, Ugandan shillings. And then following that is Tanzania, which 1 Naira is equals to 1.71 Tanzanian shillings, which is really affordable for Nigerians. And then following after that is Lebanon. Lebanon, we have it stands with exchange rate of 1 Naira to 59.80 Lebanese pounds. and that's majorly those are the countries that we have Naira, stronger than their currency as it means. So it's really for me, it's really a wake-up call. When you find a lot of negativity with the Naira, what bothers me, I know you already answered it, but let me just say it. You already mentioned that maybe because we don't have trade relationship or with some of these countries, and that's why it's not known, especially when you compare it to the dollar. So we have a lot of countries where we can compare our Naira, but the emphasis is always on the dollar, and then you realize the pounds is stronger, but we still talk about the dollar.
Yes.
Why do you think that?
We talk about the dollar because I believe that the US have been able to carve a niche for themselves, being involved in humanitarian aid. You could say the US has a slice of every pie, so the dollar becomes more like the currency that people talk more often about, because the US has been able, like I said, carve a niche for themselves by being involved in what goes on in other countries.
And that's amazing, because there was a celebration some days back in the news. Naira yesterday sustained its upward trend, rising to its highest level in 7 months. In 2025. From last year, from 2024, in 7 months in the parallel market, where it's appreciated to 1,500 per dollar from 1,530 to a dollar. There was indeed a lot of celebration on that particular one. It may look a little to somebody looking at the difference, but it is a lot of improvement, seeing that there's a lot that is being put in place to ensure that the Naira appreciates and become as valuable as it used to be. Somebody would say, don't even compare it to how it used to be, just compare it to yesterday or today's that. They don't want to get their hopes too high. But what do you think, what do you believe in? Do you think that a day would come where the Naira will become stronger as it relates to the dollar?
Yes, I believe because a lot is happening in the whole world. I believe that even with this trend of Trump, bringing home Nigerians and all of that, I believe that the Naira will appreciate. What I see happening in the future is more industries coming up, is the economy itself becoming very viable, and then the Naira will definitely appreciate.
Well, that's living the Nigerian dream.
Yes, I believe.
Living the Nigerian dream. Okay, I want to trust that what you're saying. Well, on my part, I believe that a lot of work must be put in place. A lot of work, ranging from the lock-in savings with foreign currency accounts, which is what is going on now. Invest in dollar-denominated assets. Settle international expenses, boost import-dependent businesses, plan, and there's so much value in international travels and study too. Let's look within. It starts with the belief. Before all this can also be put in place. Another person said something. The question was thrown out, and somebody say, you focus on the healthcare, focus on the feeding, sit with the economy, and focus on healthcare. That when people are healthy, they will be able to work well and invest. I feel that we're in a season where Nigerians really want to work this thing out.
Yes, Nigerians do.
Nigerians
do. I think also the government, also from my point of view, the government is also trying to do the best it can. I believe that the challenge with the Nigerian system is when Nigeria itself wants to play the role of a mother to other African countries.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there should be restrictions at the borders. There should be proper checks at the borders. They shouldn't just allow the borders for just every other person to come in. Now, take for instance the issue with banditry and all of that. I am of the opinion that the people who are doing this are not Nigerians. and they are hurting the economy because we know what banditry has been doing in the northeast and the north south, causing a lot of farmers not being able to go to their farms. This is impacting negatively on the economy because there are no food. The cost of foodstuffs have all gone up. So I feel that the government should, take a bold step. They are doing the best they can, but I believe that they can do more.
They can do more because looking at the state of the nation before the whole crisis with the bandits and all that, and its negative media image, the image that it has created. I'm using the coinage of media image because there's an image the media also have created about Nigeria. It has really made Nigeria to nosedive in the area of their phone. In fact, it affects every fabric of the nation, from how people view the nation to the businesses and companies and all that. We've had a lot of companies leave Nigeria, especially within past 2 to 3 years, looking backward. So I think we believe that there are things that, if done, can make the Naira appreciate and make our currency look better in 2025. We believe that it's never too late for the Naira to appreciate it. There was so much emphasis on whether the Nigerian government will want to remove subsidy or keep subsidy and all that, so much back and forth with that, and it's just the economy has not seen the impact of some of these.
In fact, apart from the economy, even the people themselves, because one of the reasons for subsidy removal was that a lot of money could be saved and then channeled into healthcare and the rest of the thing. But it's pathetic because as we speak right now, public healthcare are on strike. Now, I had a discussion with a young man whose brother was being hospitalized. The story he gave me, the picture he painted about our primary healthcare is so appalling that in fact you can't even mention it. He was so disappointed. He said a lot of things, and I told him, I said, well, there a lot is going on. Maybe behind the scene, government is trying to build, government is trying to equip, but you don't know where the challenge is coming from. My take is that there should be a thorough investigation of the public healthcare and also the amount of money that has been pumped into that sector, which I believe may have gone down people's pockets, and then those people held accountable.
I believe that with the nomination and the election and the replacement going on in Nigeria of people in different spheres, in different sectors that have been happening. Oh, today we just hear that this person has been dropped, another person has been elected or appointed. That's what I was searching for. Another person has been appointed. There are people that should be held accountable. There are people that are there and have signed and committed themselves to a life of service to bring about productivity in this sector.
And there are people also who have signed in their lives to sabotage every effort that is also being made. I believe that we have security agencies, the EFCC and the rest of them that have been empowered to go after people who are sabotaging the efforts of the government with a view to bringing them to book and also making them stand for their crimes. The crime is not against Nigeria, it is against the people of Nigeria.
Talking about crimes against humanity. What concerns me is the way the security operatives are swift to arrest people involved in crimes that have to do with money and all that, especially on the social media space, and that shows me that they are working. But you now wonder and ponder why in some areas it looks like they are not there. We're saying this not just to make our nation look bad, but to lend a voice and say, if you are at that place, things can get better when you do your part. You do your part. You're responsible to the people and also to yourself. Because looking back, we call some names that were there, when it comes to especially the field of medicine, and we look at someone who fought against fake, inferior, counterfeit medicines, and we look at Dora Queenly. So you see, we can always look back and look at those that have fought the good fight, as it were. So I just feel that this is a good opportunity to say, if you've been elected or appointed into an office, do your best, because Nigeria needs all of us.
It needs all of us.
It needs all of us.
We all have to put our hands on deck.
Yeah.
We all have to do the right thing. If you are a security operative and your election or your SOP, your operational modus is to arrest people that are involved in financial crimes, you have to be true and just and fair to everyone. You don't show empathy to one party and then allow the other one go free. I know that maybe there are procedures that have to be followed, but whatever procedures that needs to be followed, we need to follow them so that our country, Nigeria, can be great again.
Because the issue of money is something that people will continue to search for it.
Yes.
A lot of things is built on having money.
Yes.
So people will always search for, and if it's either they get it here or they get it somehow, it's either they get it the right way or they get it the wrong way, but people would always search for money.
And it all boils down to our image as a nation. If we make our country great, our people can travel to any part of the world they can with so much confidence and boldness that no country will be able to just throw them out as it is. So we need to work on ourselves, work on our country. I want this country to be great. I want Nigeria to stand tall among the League of Nations. I don't know what it will take, but I believe that it takes all of us coming together and deciding, look, our country will be great.
Yeah, because now look at the whole deportation thing happening and all that. We should be able to have a nation where people also want to come into. I believe that we have everything we need to be tops, to be to for our citizens to relax and be part of what is going through, what is happening, and grow.
Yes. Yeah. So this is a call out. We all have to put our hands together. We all have to work for this common goal. What is this common goal? Nigeria must be great again. What's
your take on how the Naira can really appreciate a lot of things that are happening? There's a lot that's going on, so many reports here and there on how Nigeria is spending money to ensure that Naira appreciates. What's your take on these? Do you even believe that the Naira would one day compete against the dollar? Let us know in the comment section.
Yes. Be a part of this movement to make Nigeria great again. Do your own part. You know the right thing to do. You know what will make the image of this country better. Please do so.
You are a force for change. Yeah. And don't forget, we have countries where Naira is stronger. I don't know, Lysias, don't you think that it would be nice to visit such?
I think now that we are looking at it, I think it will be very nice, because now you can actually get to travel to such countries, have a lot of fun, and not actually spend so much money.
All right, so yes. Just as we said, the bulk of the work is done in the comment section. Let us know your own opinion. Did you know that the Naira is stronger as compared to the other currencies? Did you even know? Is this the first time, or you always knew? And do you desire to visit such countries just to see how it feels like to exchange your Naira and get something more? Especially because there's so much out there that talks about how the Naira has been devalued. That's the information we have had over the years, and this is a welcome relief.
It is a welcome relief. For me, I think I'm going to, like she said, look into this, and vacation coming.
Ah, vacation loading. That's amazing. Well, that is all we have for you today on Let It Be Podcast with Lysias and Susan, showing on Expand with Lysias and Susan.
So be our guest some other time when we pop up a new video, but you can only know this when you hit that notification button and you are notified anytime we drop a new video. Also subscribe and give us some likes.
Also, be sure to watch other contents that we have on this page. It will educate you, and also it gives you the opportunity to share your own opinion. And as we said from the beginning, please hit the like button. Yes, it helps the YouTube algorithm to suggest our page to people so that they can see what we're doing and they can be part of it. That's your way of showing us that you care and you are part of our growth. We won't forget it in a hurry.
Okay, so see you some other time, and please stand up for the good of this country, Nigeria.
Exactly. Stand up for the good of this country, Nigeria. And if you must get money, get it the right way.
Yes.
Bye bye from me.
Bye.